Well, hi guys, welcome back to another video of this series where we will be making this onboarding screen using Flutter and Material UI. So as you can see, we have a very beautifully transitioning sleek onboarding screen made completely using Flutter native and Material UI. We will not be using any extra other stuffs, just that only. And if you can see, as you can see, like we can scroll right, or also we can like swipe to the left to actually navigate. Plus we have this button here which also works, and at the top of the screen you can see we'll have like a very transitioning horizontal moving a logo, which you can see here, that gives a very like a promising premium level feel. If you want to make this kind of onboarding screen, please continue to watch the video, and also like if possible please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Now let's get started. All right, so our first task will be to install few packages. So there are two packages I'm gonna install it just right now. So first is this Go Router and Google Font, and after that I will do like shared preferences. Once I save, VS Code should actually get the package automatically for us. Now open app router dot file, and inside the file we're gonna create some global key which will be used by Go Router for navigation purpose. We'll do like this root navigator key, so global key, right? And then navigate resisting. We'll fix this first. Okay. So this too, right? You can mention a debug state which is used for debug. Okay, just like this. That's it. This two we'll be using right now, and next we'll gonna create the finally okay, the router stuff. Go router, create router. Okay, the package root create router. It will accept an argument called string, and then we'll pass in initial location like this. So it will return the Go router. Inside the Go router, we'll have routes which will take in an array of this. Okay. Now, few steps we were doing here. So we'll do navigate the key that we just created, right? We'll be passing that. Hope I'll remove the okay. And initial location we also need to do location, and this will be our initial location, the argument that we just received here. One thing we can do for performance and debug related, we can enable this field parameter. It says debug log diagnostics, which is that whenever we run the app in debug mode, it will log out each route from debug level. So we can dynamically check if we're running the app in debug mode or in release or profile mode. So for that, start exposes an environment variable called k debug. That's it. So when we are running the app in debug mode, this particular field will be true, otherwise it will be false. That's basically what we want, right? Here now we'll pass in Go route. So our path will be basically the route. So first will be onboarding, or we can simply say onboard, but I'm gonna go with onboarding. Then name. Here we need to just make it as onboarding for now. We'll simply change it later. Then builder. Builder. It takes two argument, context and the state. We just created an arrow function here because we're simply gonna return like a demo scaffold for now. But later we'll otherwise we can just create something like this. This also works, but here we need to return this like exactly same. Okay. So this function and the arrow function that is called, they both work the same way. This is the shorthand for the curly braces and return usual approach that people do. That's it. Oh yeah, we can remove the shell navigator for now, or we'll comment it out. We will not need this in this video. So once we have this ready, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our main.dart file here, and we're gonna simply change it. This part, we'll change it. We'll change it to done material app dot router, right? And title will be just login onboarding. You can give it any name if you want. I just go and I want debug show bot as a false. Then I want router config to be router config. So from where we'll actually get router config, we'll pass it to the stateless function here. So we'll make it required to this dot router gopal.db service string. Now we need to pass this here. So this we need to do. So here come back, we put the file. Now we also need to pass it here, right? So how will we pass it? So we will do router config create router, the the function that we just created in this file in app router. So that will be importing here, but like it's not coming, so we'll just input manually package. There we go, suggesting that. Now we'll call the function. Here we'll do onboarding. That's it, right? Simple yet with this cannot be const, since it's not dynamically decided, we cannot do that. Save, also save here. That's it. So that's stuff for onboarding. We don't need this. Oh yeah, we remove them, right? Oh yeah, now come to pages.dart. Simple pages.dart. So that we can like write a simple fixed class based code, which we'll be using throughout our entire code base in order to like navigate from one screen to another screen. And we'll also set it up with go router here, so that this also uses that. So let's just create a class pages, and inside the pages we'll do a static const string. We're already showing the string. Okay, now I just come to app router and remove that and do pages with that and onboard. That's it. So this way we know that pages.onboarding is actually referencing onboarding route. Now I'm gonna come. Yeah, my emulator is selected. I'm gonna simply run and debug. Yeah, it says launching in debug mode. Since it's launching in debug mode, right? And so this field is true, and because of this we'll get to see the other what do we say, the logs. Okay, we can see the onboarding screen here coming up, but it's a basic simple text. We'll now style this. So in order to style this, we'll go inside our onboarding underscore screen.dart file, and we'll create a stateful widget. So write stateful, it should come up stateful widget. Stateful widget. It should come up, right? Okay, fine. This is we need to fix it somewhat. Class onboarding screen, then stateful widget. Put that from materials and this one here. So class onboarding. Okay, onboarding screen state this build on. That's it. Now that we have this screen, we're gonna come to app router and we'll simply replace this one, right, with our onboarding screen. Save. If you reload, you will not see a change because both texts are the same. If you really want to see a change, you just simply do this dot. See that the dot is there. Revert back. Now in the scaffold, we'll do a lot of stuff here. First, we need to give a background color to this. So we'll do background color. Color will be don't really need a background color. Tag this children onboarding screen. Fine, let's leave it like that. Same, yeah. And instead of that, we'll give it a surface, colors of surface. Now I think this is not there because we don't have a custom color palette created for this video, which we actually did in our previous video. If you want to view that, I will just attach the link here, but for now I'll just simply pull that code from the other one, paste it here for this video. Okay, so create few folder first. So we're gonna go to core theme, right? Inside the theme, we're gonna pull in app theme.dart. Basically what this file does, so what this file does, this creates a app theme which we'll be using throughout our entire project, and it also sets up material 3 for Flutter. And here I have mentioned platform, which is where we are only targeting for Android. That's why you don't see any iOS or web folders, because we will not be doing that for those products or platforms. Here is the page transition theme, which is native now. We just enable that for this project. And color scheme, you can see color scheme there. It's nothing like that, right? Which I'll also pull up right now. So leave inside theme, we're gonna paste a color scheme. That's it. So it's a project theme where we have this. You can see cloud dancer, some stuffs. I added some comments here also for simplicity and readability, so that whenever I come in later in the future, I can also know what does this each color mean. Okay, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna come to app theme again, and now I'm gonna import that. Right now, there is this thing called text theme. You can see app text theme. Exactly same. We're gonna also bring this. Nice. So we have some few font, which I have been overwriting using Google font space grotesque, and for body or some text like that, we're gonna use plus Jakarta font. Thanks for come here and put that. Nice. Now that this is there, we need to go open our main.dart file again, and here we need to give our theme, because right now it doesn't know which theme we want to use, so it's using the by default theme that it comes with. So we need to give app theme dot light mode. We're gonna save to a hot reload. Oh yeah, it won't hot reload because we have an error in our code, so we need to change that. In order to change that, we need to do some few steps here first. So we're gonna do theme constant context and color scheme, and also text theme we're gonna extract from our context. You can also make like color scheme here for type sense, and same thing for theme data too. If you want to do, you can do, otherwise Dart will take it automatically. Now color scheme dot surface. Does that make sense? Also we need to remove the fonts from there, from here. Now we're gonna save. You'll see the color might change. Yeah, you see that it changed a little bit, right? Because that's what we wanted. Okay, now we're gonna have text. Move the center from here. Simple text, and we're gonna dim light locking. This text will be the horizontal transition in text that we saw during our demo of the app, right? So now we are making that one. So the style of the text will be very simple, which I'm gonna bring. I don't want to waste time for something like this. So text theme, display medium, copy with this text theme. We just created this. Display medium is what we can see here. There is this thing called display medium, which where we are using space grotesque. If you want, you can do this. Otherwise, Google font also allows this approach, where you write style and then Google fonts space grotesque and same stuff you want to do. Okay, I do this. So it's the same thing. I just wanted to have this there because I'll be using it in multiple places. But for this video, I'll keep it here. Okay, actually, I'm gonna keep both the thing here. Okay. Now, if you want to apply the styling, right? It's style. So for this, you can do it like this. So this way, Google font will use this the display medium style, but it will use the space text font for this, and also this overriding style that we're gonna give here. We're gonna say it should change here. See how it changed instantly. We can say it changed here. Now it's there at the top. So which we're gonna okay. There is one more thing. You can see the text here is now wrapping up because it doesn't fit in one screen, which we can solve by doing for soft wrap. Now it's overlapping. Now we do not see the n anymore, but we can at least know it looks the same. Okay, what we're gonna do now that this part is done, we're gonna wrap it with animated builder. So very simple. We need an animation here, so leave it for now empty. We're gonna scroll up, and we're gonna create two final late classes. Okay, late final animation controller. It's already giving me. Let's close the sidebar. Yeah, we're gonna create the animation. That's it. Let's make it watermark controller. Then we're gonna write override void. So override. This is our dispose. Dispose. Okay, that's it. This is for this, and for instance also for init state we also need to write one. Yeah. So there is this error that we can see. Oh yeah, because when okay, this error is coming because we need to extend this again with a single ticker provided state mixing. Now it will be fixed. Right? Yeah. 45. Let's make it 45 duration. So the duration is fine. It process the screen and it starts again. It will take total 45 seconds. Then here repeating actually won't work. Repeating will not work. This will not. We'll do that watermark controller dot forward from 0.328 dot 10. Yes. So if we check if the animation is actually mounted, then we'll do this. Is actually mounted, then we want to repeat it. That's it. Can close this. Don't need this. Okay, so this is the animation. Here we're gonna give watermark. Makes sense, I believe. Now we're gonna need a builder. So builder takes two values, context and child. This and then return. Now we're gonna do a position. Yeah, child is child, and here we need to tell where to place that child as in this particular text here. Right now you can see it's at the top, right? We're gonna place it here somewhere. So in order to do that, we can do top, and here is top padding we need to do. So from where we'll get top padding? We can get it from media query. So but we do not have a media query here. So how? First, for that we're gonna scroll up, final media query, and write media query of context, and then final top padding media query dot size, not size, it's actually it's not what media query dot padding one more thing, this is size of the why is it giving an error? Oh yeah, this is the error. The typing, what type is it saying? It's saying size media query. Okay, it's saying of size. The size can make it like that. Now it won't work here anymore, so we're gonna do this way. Media query dot padding of context dot top. Now we have the top here. This is also double. Right. The top padding child is child. Can be assigned to a parameter of. It's saying optional widget can be assigned to a parameter of type only widget. So we know that this child is gonna be there. So we're gonna make sure it's there. The exclamation mark tells that that it's gonna be there. I'm sure of. One more property called left. So left here, one more thing. We cannot make the left as a static value because the text will be transitioning from left to right. So we have to create an animation for that. So in order to create the animation, we're gonna scroll up again, and we're gonna just copy paste watermark controller and rename it to position animation. But this time it's not a controller; it is an animation. It's gonna be of double type. That's it, right? Now come here, scroll down, scroll down. We're gonna come to init state. Now we're gonna write position animation, clean animation. It's showing this. So take that. It's not, the value is not what I want. 450.0 is what I want, and 1.5 is right 800 something. So we're gonna give minus. Minus is actually negative. Okay, that's it. Okay, now scroll down again. Here inside the left field that we see, we left before. So we're gonna give like position and third value. So we do this. Now we save. They're saying it's error. Just stop, because we created it midway, right? We need to stop the process and recreate it. It will work. And you see that right now it's working. We see a animation working beautifully. Just with a few property, we were able to create this turning animation here. Once it passes the screen, it will start again after a few seconds of delay. It will start from the right side of the screen and go again left. So once that is done, and now like create the part of the screen. So minimize the animation builder within the. So safe area, I'm gonna write safe area, and child will be a column for us. So scroll down, column, and it's gonna be a child of expanded. And this child is gonna be a page view. Page view dot builder, and inside the item builder, we're gonna create a context, comma in, and enter. Okay, so this creates basic stuff here. Now we're gonna create like a padding, which we want to padding const edge insets. Now we want to make sure that our screen is always tucked horizontally. Let's start symmetry. Horizontal 25 pixels from both direction. Now this child will have a column again. There we go. The main axis alignment will be main axis alignment dot center. We want it to be center aligned. By cross axis, we want it to start at the top. So cross start. That's the base variant created I have. Now this column will have children of icon. For icon, we need to give one icon, right? So let's just look at like simple stuff. Size of 72, we want it big, and the color will be from our color scheme. Make it primary. Okay, now what about the color? Where will it get this? So for that, we need to create something called pages. Pages is a variable that basically says how many screens we'll have during our onboarding. It's a simple map. To do this, we're gonna scroll up. Now we're gonna paste the same stuff. So it's a list of map where the key is gonna be string and the value is dynamic. That means it can be anything. And the type of the list variable is pages. So you can see it's an array. An object takes a title, body, icon, and thus we have 3 steps: 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna copy. Now we're gonna scroll down. Here I'm gonna give this pages. And it's already suggesting one. Now there are a few things we need to do. We also need to tell the page view like how many pages it will have. So we're gonna do item count, pages or length. So this will tell the pages to like to 3 page length. It will build 3. We save. We should see one, right? But right now you see it's already there. We can already see the most of the stuff is already working. We got the 3 page working, 3 page. The icons are here. We now need to build the text. So in order to build the text, we're gonna do a fitted box. Let me just bring in the code for this. I will not be doing this one anymore. Guys have got the feel how to do this. So that's the thing. Okay. So I have a size box of height 48. A fitted box is center left is around here, and the text. The title is coming from the pages map that we created just now, and this is the text theme, display medium, but the font size is this. So how do I get the font size? I want the font size to be responsive based on the screen. Currently in this screen the font size will fit, but suppose in a smaller phone like this, very small, older phones, the text is very big. In order to fit with that, I'm gonna dynamically calculate that based on the media query. So how do I get the screen width? So media query provides a method called media query.width, by which we got the screen width, and I pass it here. Physical mathematical calculation based on that. Based on that, our font size will be within 36 to 64 based on the screen width. So we can use that here. Now if I save this, we'll see my text will coming up here. This is how it looks. Okay. Now we're gonna scroll down. Simple stuff. One more thing is there, because right now there is the button here. So whenever we click on the button, I want the screen to swipe automatically instead of us manually doing that. So for that we need a controller and like it's on page change state. So let's create the controller first. So in order to create the controller, what we have to do, we have to create a final variable called page controller. Name is page controller. That's it. Now on dispose, I want the page controller to be disposed. And now simply I can scroll down here by text. Here I can give controller to page controller. That's it. Now we attach a page controller, but what will happen when I click on the text? So for that case, I need to change right on change. There it is called on page change, which takes a function, and it's already suggested, but we won't be taking this. What can I pass here? So I can pass in like integer value. So for that, we'll use that integer value with a variable called is last page. Okay. If it is the last page, we want to complete the onboarding process. Otherwise, we want to simply go to the next page. I hope that makes sense. So we're gonna do assign set state. Now If it is last page, it's already suggesting. If it is last page equal to index, then I want to do this. With that, hold on, save. We should not be seeing any change because we do not have the button which actually changes the screen. Just got the logic working, so build the button for this. So item builder is gone. Next, after item builder, right below expanded, we're gonna create a padding. Where is padding? Is this const edge inset dot symmetric, not symmetry, will go from to right bottom and 32. From top we don't want any, so we're just going to do that. 42 and remove that. There is extra thing. Now we're gonna give a child of row, and inside the row we want the, before we write the children, I want a main axis alignment to be main axis alignment dot page between. So there will be two buttons, one is here, skip button and next button. So I want both of them to stick like space between, separated. There should be a comma here. This will be children, and children will be a text button on press, and let's leave on press as it is one. And child we're gonna give like a text, and this will be data is and for style I'm just gonna bring the style. I will not be writing that. Okay, save. We should see at least one button. There we go. See a skip button here already working. We'll now do the right button. So for that, floating action button. Do this. It's very simple stuff. We're gonna give onboarding on press is already there. We'll do child icon. Comma there. This should be actually inside here. Now here we're gonna do conditional check, but first let's see the button. So if I click on this, nothing happens because there is no logic which actually connects it. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure that if it's the last page, I want to show a check around it, otherwise I want to show a check forward, like this. Simple. That's it. Now we're gonna attach the like a logic there. Zero. First let's just do runtime. It's gonna be exactly. Then on pressed, we're gonna write this is last page. Now we're gonna do a debug print. Okay. Otherwise, I want the controller that we have page controller name, right? Page controller dot next page. Next page duration is gonna be very simple, small duration, not very big we want. So microsecond, let's make it millisecond. 300 makes sense. Curve will be basically curves dot out. That's it. Now save. Now each time I'm gonna click on this, it's gonna swipe. Should swipe. So now since I'm at the last page, I see a right icon. Otherwise, I see arrow forward. It's work, right? But there is one more thing. Right now user doesn't know how many onboarding pages they have, so what you're gonna do it here, right between this. Oh, one more thing. First, before we do that, in the last page, since user is already at the last page, there is no meaning of showing the skip button, because since they can just click on this button and it will skip, or it will just complete the onboarding process. So we're gonna hide this if the user is actually in the last page. So for that we need few like suppose, let's see, first this animation, and then we'll grab this widget with a animated opacity. Gonna be simple opacity, nothing extra, that will be conditionally rendered based on the last page duration. Oh, something I did wrong. There you go. Save. Now we see this button. Oh, there is this error I see. This probably because of this. Move that. There we go. Okay. Now let's swipe to right. Now if I swipe one more time, the skip button should get invisible in a beautiful way. It's gone, and then come back. Okay, this is working. Now let's build the smooth page indicator. So smooth page indicator. Okay, I see this indicator, but you might be saying why I can't import it, because this is a page, this is a package that we need to install. So for that we're gonna quickly grab and take this package, right? So open your pubspec.yaml file, go inside dependency and add this. So make sure to format that. Now when you save, VS Code will automatically get the package, so we do not need to do it manually. Once the package is installed, we can come back and import it. For a couple of time it might not show. Yeah, that is there it is. So there is the page indicator that I was talking about. The worm effect is not what we want. We want expanding dots effect. Very simple. Active color is this, and here just make it 1.15, sorry, 0.15, and this will be secondary. The rest are okay somewhat. Dot width is 8. I think I want to leave the dot width. Spacing also I want to give 8. I don't want to with much spacing, and expansion factor give it to 4. Now if I save, we should see a dot here. Now let's just try. Yeah, it beautifully works, but right now nothing works because that's it. So what I want to write a simple function that will I want to write up a simple function which will complete the onboarding process. That is here. It will take me here. Oh wait. Stop, and I need to rerun again. Let me show you what I mean when user clicks on the finish or skip button. So basically they will be calling a function called complete onboarding. Okay, I don't want to show animation, no need, don't need any of this. Simple function. This function they'll be calling here. And the same function will also be called when user actually click on the skip button. Like this. So I'm gonna save. Open your terminal. If we have to clear out everything. Now here, the moment I click on skip, you will see I will have a log. Why log? Because there is the debug print that I wrote. So you see onboarding complete. This is where we'll save a value in our state as in it can be a DB or it can be a shared preference. So any of these, depending on your use case, will save a flag so that the next time when the user opens the app, he doesn't see the onboarding screen. It should only appear once during first install and first open. From that time it should not, from the next time should not come. The same thing will be also be doing when user clicks on this button. So here I'm gonna do this small code. I can see like a share preferences not there, right? Because it's not there. I have to actually install it. It's not there. So for that, we're gonna go up and we're gonna import it from a package named share preferences. Now we're gonna save it. Right. So let it reload. Oh, it did reload. Now I'm gonna click on this. It did save. It did save. Okay, it did save. Now if I reload my page, what will happen? It again came back to this page. Why? Because that's the only page we have at this point. In order to actually see if our code is working properly, we're gonna create another demo route. Let's just create a demo route for now, which contains nothing. So we're gonna go to routes, app router. We're gonna create another go route. Let's make it slash home builder scaffold. Very simple stuff, nothing. The home screen, nice. Is wrong. Yeah, I guess. It does it one more. Okay. Now, how will I decide which one to open, which page to actually open? Because go route doesn't know. So here it only sees the initial location. Based on that, it opens the screen. But the main reason we passed initial location as a prompt here from main.dart is because we want to read our shared preferences data when Flutter actually boots up the screen. So and dynamically pass the initial route from here. So for that, we have something called widget Flutter binding. This ensures every widget is first initialized before Flutter actually opens the app. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the preferences. So it's a simple code here, one line code just like that. We're gonna do this way. Okay, it's still going to come for some reason. Also, we need to make the void function void and async. Now go to onboard screen, scroll up. You might see this package name again, and once we have the package, we will do this conditional check as completed onboarding. Do this. If do this on if otherwise false, and here you can see Copilot automatically added the package for me. But I want to take it one more step forward. Instead of doing hard-coded string, I can do it like this. So you remember we created the pages, right? So instead of home, so we have onboarding, and we're gonna create one more called home. But the route is home, and we come back and just simply do this. So starting route. That's it. Now we save. We reload the entire page. Since our shared preference value is true, it should take us to home. Now how do I know if my if the string is this value here has completed onboarding is actually true? For that to know, you can go to Flutter, this extension that I installed. There will be thing called Flutter shared preferences DevTool extension. You can enable that and then go to legacy AI. You will see a key called has completed onboarding. Click on that, it's gonna be true. If I remove that, and I again reload the UI, it should take me to onboarding screen. See, I'm now on the onboarding screen. I'm on this time. I don't want to swipe. I just simply want to skip. I clicked on skip, and here if I go legacy, I see has completed onboarding true. But our screen is not navigating there because we haven't actually set up the code for that. We created the function which actually sets has completed onboarding value to true, but it doesn't take because we don't have the routing setup. Since we're using go router for this, we can do it this way. Context.go name, and that this will tell me, this will tell actually go router to go to that page for that. Could be because we do not have the packaging imported. Yeah, so the moment I imported the go router package, the problem fixed. Now context knows it's a go router screen package. Save.
let's open our share preference tab again. This time we're gonna manually make it manually remove that. That's it. Now reload the entire package. Okay, the moment it reloads, we'll see the onboarding screen again. Nice, nice. Now if I skip, I should be navigated to home page, just like how I wanted. But here I see an error. It says pages.home. This failed online, unknown route name. Obviously unknown route name, because you can see I do not have it. I have this, but it still can't go there. Probably because I did not give the name. Yeah, that's it. That's the reason it failed. It's saved. Display. Okay, let's remove this value. Let's restart. Okay, so I see known full path. I see 2 now. Previously I was able to see only 1, but now I see 2. So if I click on skip, it should take me to home screen. Nice. Now if I reload again, since it won't come, because since our value is now true, it should take me directly to home screen. Okay, okay, okay. See, if I'm now on the home screen. That's it. So that's for the video. We'll build like another part of this application later in the next upcoming videos, where we'll get to see how to create the gamification card, app bar, and also a beautiful transition you like to do. Basically this one, let me show you. So this is, we made this one just now. If I click on this, I get to see this. So in our next video we'll make it something like this. We'll make some part of it here and there. See how beautiful it is. That's it. See you in the next upcoming video.